Good morning from Brooklyn, New York. It's May 24th, and welcome to your next 24. I am not even a little bit surprised to see the energies on the table that I'm seeing. If this resonates for you, great. The intention is to give you prompts to consider in the next 24 hours, really just taking it a day at a time right now. Things to consider, meditate on, journal about, see how the energy plays out in your world. Again, I think you'll find this video when you're meant to find it. Today is May 24th on the East Coast in the US, but you'll find it when you're meant to find it. So let's take a look. This is not an easy energy day. We have the Three of Swords, the Four of Swords, and the Tower. I guess we'll just start with the obvious. Three of Swords. There's really no easy way to say that this is easy energy, because it isn't. This is about sorrow, heartbreak, loss. We see the figure here head in hand. Dr. Fauci would not approve. Head in hand, leaving a village, which looks like there are soldiers kind of pillaging, and she's taken what she can. She didn't even have time to put on her shoes, but her best friend is at her side. But it's grief, right? It's that feeling of loss, of will you ever be able to go home? And I don't think it's an unfamiliar emotion to any of us at this point. But we're trying to heal. We have the Four of Swords here. This is about healing, very simply. In the traditional Rider-Waite, we see the figure surrounded by swords. One sword still at the figure's side. I think of it somewhat as the eye of the storm. Not completely past, but take the rest while you can. And then we have the Tower. I mentioned that in almost every Tower card, this is really about destroying what is so the new can be built. Here we have the lightning bolt. Remember I mentioned I've seen the lightning bolt in just about every Tower card, and this I consider to be, the hand of the divine, the hand of God, coming down, touching the structure, which is our life, in oftentimes ways that we aren't expecting or are not necessarily comfortable. But it is about change, profound change. And while you're in the eye of the storm, prepare for change that may be coming. And, spiritual growth isn't always easy. I think that is the name of this video. Spiritual growth is not always easy, not for the faint of heart. But I do think this is saying potentially the worst is over. And your challenge today may be, staying in that feeling, being in that feeling. I think that is courageous in and of itself. So often we want to escape with whatever our, choice of escape is. Some people it's drinking, some people it's drugs, some people it's food, some people it's shopping, some people it's, too much TV or too many video games. We all have a way, our kind of go-to way of turning off. The challenge today is feeling the feelings, feeling the feels, resting while we can, and knowing that potentially the worst is over, at least for this particular situation. Because here we have a lot of reversed energy, a lot of blocked energy. So I'm really sensing that, this first row is upright. They're difficult cards, no way around it. But we have the Ten of Cups here. Again, this is happy family, happy home, introducing, the newborn to the extended family. Cups are about emotions, water energy. But this is reversed, and when it comes up for me reversed, it's usually saying, in the most basic sense, this could involve extended family and disruption in the extended family, or it could just be a highly charged situation. The Ten of Cups reversed, really all of those cups, 10 of them are upside down, water pouring out. This could be just simply the tears of the Three of Swords, which need to happen. We have the Page of Pentacles reversed, very well off, Pentacles being earth sign, material things. He's clearly quite comfortable, but he's waiting for news. It's like he's waiting for something here. Pages are often messengers. They're learning how to master the art of the suit. In this case, Pentacles. In this case, earth, money, finances, right in the middle. And to me, this is saying potentially you're waiting for information that likely isn't going to come through today. That could cause some frustration. And so how do you be with that discomfort? How are you going to be in that discomfort? How are you going to anticipate and just be okay with the fact that you may not find the answer out today? And then we have the Six of Pentacles reversed, right? We really may be, to me, again, the Six of Pentacles in the best case scenario, this is about giving and receiving. Sometimes we are on the receiving end, sometimes we're on the giving end, but this is about, it's often seen as a card of inheritance. When it's reversed like this, I'm thinking about it as just really stuck in ego, like not even being able to see how we are part of the exchange. We're not a giver, we're not a taker. We are just us. We are looking out for us, and that's echoed elsewhere in the spread. And I want to just mention that that's okay. Not as a permanent state of being, I wouldn't encourage it, but if that's what you need to do today to recover from this very challenging point in time in your life, that's okay. Sometimes we do need to just be in our own feelings, take care of self, let the phone ring. Don't necessarily pick up and feel that you have to communicate to everybody exactly what's going on right now. And you just may need a good cry, and that's okay. Because we're not feeling stable. Four of Wands reversed. Four of Wands, 4 legs to a table, 4 legs to a chair. Often it's about stability. In this case, it's about like this circus family, our family of choice. It's often seen as a card of celebration, a portal, 1111, but it's reversed. And it's right next to, I think exactly probably what we are off, what this card, this reading is about, is the Four of Pentacles. Now, let's take a look at this card, because this figure is clearly well off, holding jewels and, some kind of fan or, feather fan, but also looking very lifeless, right? It's about when we hold on to things to our detriment, when we hold so tightly, when our hands are clasped around these belongings. Like, where is the opportunity to find something new, to reach for something even more beyond what you have right now? It's holding on to what we have despite, out of fear, quite frankly, out of fear. This woman is somewhat paralyzed. There's really no emotion on the face if it's a female. When we're feeling unstable, when we're not feeling, steady under our own feet, there's a tendency likely to retreat into what is known and what we have and hold on to what we have. Because this next card, the Ten of Wands, is about burdens, right? This is a lot of responsibility that this woman has. She's carrying a newborn. She's carrying, this firewood on her back. She has another child potentially in the background to take care of. Her hands are, to say the least, full. And so she likely is holding on to whatever she has because that feeling of stability just is not there. So how are these energies playing out in your life? Now, it may very well be a hand to mouth kind of situation that you're in. My God, how many people have filed for unemployment, in the past couple of months? And we may be afraid to ask for help, Six of Pentacles. We may not want to ask for help. We just may need to feel sad about it today. And if you need permission, and you're looking for it, granted, this is a very heartbreaking time. And you have permission to feel that feeling and to feel a little selfish today and not necessarily want to communicate and take care of yourself. If the stability isn't there, we're holding on to whatever we can because it's right now things are tough, right? But here's the key, and it's the Magician. Now, in this card, it's a really different story, and I was talking yesterday about the Fool's Journey, this being the second card of the Major Arcana. And the Fool is the beginning, right? 0, starting out. And this is card number 1. And to me, this is about beginnings in this particular deck. In the Rider-Waite, it's about having all of the tools you need, to find your own strength. We saw the Magician yesterday, or day before, about finding your own power, defining your own truth. This is a very different Magician card. There's this light that is filling the room, but there are shadows, right? What is that weird horse head? I have no idea. There's literally a skeleton. What is, this ball of twigs? It's just the weirdest Magician card to me. But it really makes me think about the lessons that are deep inside of us, ancestral lessons, right? Things that we are born with, kind of knowledge that we are born with based on our roots. This is about, a truth that is almost difficult to describe. It can't necessarily be read about and adopted as our own. It's a light inside of us that shines, whether or not we want it to, whether or not we are conscious of it, kind of like breathing. It just happens. Maybe that's a really bad example right now. But, blood circulating. It's not something we will and decide is going to happen today. It just is. So what are those qualities in you, that light inside of you that just is, that you don't have to consciously turn on, that you don't have to lose weight to have that light shine, that you don't have to look a certain way to have that light shine? What is that specialness, that uniqueness in you? It's there. We all have it. I think the journey today, the work, is in finding and defining that light. Because right underneath the Magician is the Six of Wands, is success. It's darkest before the dawn. If today is challenging, if the tears are coming, it's okay to not pick up the phone. It's okay to be in yourself and feel the feelings, to know that you're not alone in these challenging times, and to hold on to whatever you need to hold on to today, that's positive, that helps your light shine a little more brightly. Because this too shall pass. Six of Wands. A new day will begin. Do what you can to hold on to today, to feel steady in yourself. Let the tears flow if you need to. Take a nap, or a few if you need to. This too shall pass. Thanks for stopping by. Know you are loved, and I'll talk to you soon.